If you think you are big, you become small. If you know you are nothing, you become unlimited. That's the beauty of being a human being. People have fallen in love with words and lost the world. It's time to regain it. I am not talking about you being a spectator, I am talking about involvement. I am talking about involving yourself into life in such a way that you dissolve into it. Sex in the body is fine. Money in the wallet is fine. It is only a problem when they enter your mind. Do you understand? Man needs entertainment simply to hide his madness. If he was perfectly sane, he would not need entertainment. He could just sit and watch this bamboo grow. He does not really need entertainment. There is so much adventure that only a youth can experience. Youth is not the time to languish in pleasure, youth is the time for exploration and adventure. A human is not a being, he is a becoming. He is an ongoing process, a possibility. For this possibility to be made use of, there is a whole system of understanding the mechanics of how this life functions and what we can do with it, which we refer to as yoga. Mind is not in any one place. Every cell in this body has its own intelligence. The brain is sitting in your head, but mind is all over the place. The quality of your life depends on how well you manage your body, your mind, your emotion, your situations, your home, your communities, nations, your life in general and the world. Reactivity is enslavement. Responsibility is freedom. Unless you do the right things will not happen to you. The only thing that stands between you and your well-being is a simple fact: you have allowed your thoughts and emotions to take instruction from the outside rather than the inside. Confidence and stupidity are a very dangerous combination, but they generally go together. It is our compulsive reaction to the situations in which we are placed that causes stress. Yogis are not against pleasure. It is just that they are unwilling to settle for little pleasures. They are greedy. When you have that, you dream of this, and when you have this, you dream of that. Maybe you call it romantic, but it's just plain stupidity. It destroys life. To program the calories you must consume and the number of hours you must sleep is a foolish way to handle life. Responsibility simply means your ability to respond. Money is definitely needed, but how much money do we really need? If we would change our idea of a successful life to a joyful life, we would find our need for money would dramatically decrease. The most incredible thing is that you can know everything you wish to know with your eyes closed. The logic is simple: if you do the right things will happen to you even without your intent. Your life is just about craving, and making something else tremendously more important than you. Nothing has ever been out of place in this existence. Things have been out of place in human societies. Your body is on loan from the planet. All the countless numbers of people who have lived on this planet before you and me have all become topsoil, and so will you. This planet will collect back atom by atom what it has loaned to you. An intellectual understanding that is not backed by experiential knowledge can lead to mind games and deceptive states. Most carnivorous animals do not eat every day, definitely not 3 times a day. They know the food they eat moves very slowly through their tracts. The man who does only as much as is needed will only get that much. If you handle your entire life with logic alone, you will end up a mess. Sunlight comes into your house not because you want it. It happens because you open the windows. Most people are investing their whole lifetime just for their material well-being. Dying to live, this is called. Eating natural foods, in their uncooked condition, when the cells are still alive, will bring an enormous sense of health and vitality to the system. What is happening within you and how you experience your life is entirely your making, your karma. I learned to create a little more space between my thoughts and actions, actually between my feelings and reactions. This is extremely important. Without it, life can be a real roller coaster ride. The path is not difficult. It is very simple. If you are simple, it's very simple. If you are all wound up, the path is very, very winding. That's all it is. One should use information and logic as a drunkard would use a lamp post, only for support, not for illumination. Generally, the smartest people on the planet, those people who think they are really smart, tend to have the most horrible relationships. If your sadness is reminding you that you are incomplete, it is good. Make use of your sadness to grow. When sadness sets in, if you become more compassionate, more caring, and more loving, you have some sense in you. Renunciation, or refusing to identify with that which one gathers, however precious it may be, is the ultimate doorway to knowing. When most people say life, they mean the accessories of life, their work, their family, their relationships, the homes they live in, the cars they drive, the clothes they wear, or the gods they pray to. Only if you know to what extent your logic should go and where it should not go, your life will be beautiful. Bullshit may get you to the top, but it never lets you stay there. There is only one calamity, ignorance. And there is only one solution, enlightenment. The identity around which the intellect functions is called a hankara. Every opinion you have about anything can be a limiting identity. Your mind need not be controlled, your mind needs to be liberated. Don't think of this as your first step or last step. Just be here as a piece of life. That is the best way to be. You are not a young man, you are not an old man. You are just a piece of life. That which knows how to bend will not break. Once your intellect gets identified with something, it gets chained to the identifications, and leaves you with a completely distorted experience of the world. If you want God as a tranquilizer, it is okay as an idea, but if you want the divine to be an awakening process in your life, an idea is not good enough. They have been promising us for a long time, in every culture, that they are going to take us to heaven. They promise heaven because they are making a hell out of this place.